All right, one more time. All I've realized from AI is that really I just need to do the work myself. I mean, like, there's some things that it helps with. Like, I asked it, what should I do for these new videos? New style of video that I want to do, where I talk. Because sometimes I feel like I need to talk. And just put it out there. And maybe you like hearing me talk. I don't know. But then it spits out the most, like, just bullshit. Like, it. These are kind of just lame. I gave it topics. How I accidentally became a creative person. Accidentally? Did I accidentally become a creative person? Did I accidentally buy a camera and accidentally thought, wow, this is actually pretty cool? I don't know. And then a short style video explaining how you got into cameras, editing, or making things. I just, oops. I just started. That's it. I just decided I wanted to. I don't know, there's the whole idea of like, that there was this great force behind ambition. No, I just wanted to. Maybe I felt like I needed to. I don't know. I like taking photos. Really, early on, I saw like what kind of photos I wanted to take, and after scrolling on Instagram, I realized how many how many shitty photographers there are, but they're good at marketing. They can market themselves very well, and a lot of them have good personalities. And I don't care much about it. I just care about the photos. But then again, I start seeing like people saying like, "Wow, this is a great photo." I'm like, must be his friend or something. I'm being mean, and you can definitely criticize my photos, but I don't know. There's a lot of shit. But also the photos I like, I understand other people don't like. So what really is it? There's never gonna be a universally loved photo, unless it's a photo of a cat. But then is that the greatest photo ever? Just a simple photo of a cat because it invokes emotion of happiness in everybody that sees it. I don't think, unless you really hate cats that much. I don't know. So who's the arbiter of like great photography? And then I realized it doesn't. You don't have to please everybody. It's just please one person. And there's that one person in a lot of people. So please that one person, I think. So I guess that's what I'm doing here. I'm making these. I take these photos to please one person. That's all I really fucking need. And I'm not saying my photos are the greatest things ever, but I mean I have to take pride in them a little bit at least. And I think they're a lot better than like 80% of what I see on Instagram at least. I don't know. I've seen a lot of shit on Instagram. Like maybe I'm just a hater, but I don't care about like it's they'll start blending into one. Like the 80th photo of like I don't know, a side street in Europe. Like it's cool, but I've seen it 40 different times, all taken on a Sony, all with that same blue, I don't know, Lightroom preset. It's boring and it just feels like lazy. But again, it's like maybe that's what they like, and maybe some people gauge their gauge their success and ability in copying. I don't know, in being able to recreate. Because I'm sure the first guy that took a photo like that was like, wow, this is awesome. You know? And, but then, like everyone else starts to do it, and it's like, yeah, this is cool, but like, I don't know. I'm seeing the same photo like 80 different times. I don't, it loses its specialness. But then I think some people gauge that as a marker for their success in like improving their photography game. So I guess that's what I don't do. I don't have these markers. It's just I just take photos. I'm not looking for anything specific when I go and take photos. I feel like things appear to me. Things just appear and I'm like I want to take a photo of that and that's it. There's no like in I'm not trying to prove anything. If anything, I'm just trying to prove that there's an interesting composition. There's something interesting about the world that we walks amongst, I guess. But then at the same time, that just feels so like too high and mighty. Like I don't give a shit that much. I'm not on a pedestal saying that photography is this high art. It can be to people, but like I don't know, not to me. I don't see it as some awakening. It's just something I can do. Maybe I can do it well. I don't know. I'd rather. I started to realize the more I, you know, critique my own photos, the less I want to take photos. And the more I try to like dig into like what I think a photo makes a good photo, the less I want to take photos because then I realize it's like I'm not gonna achieve that every time. So what do you do? I mean, I think you just for me you just keep taking photos. You'll get better at one point or another. There's always. I think there's an exception to every rule, but you can definitely. Photography for me, photography is just a balance of many different things. Much like life, I think, is just a balance of different aspects, and in a composition, it's just you're balancing different elements, and finding that balance is what I guess I strive for in photography. It could really be anything. I hate pinning myself to like one subject. Oh, I'm a car photographer, or I'm a I don't know, model photography, lifestyle, and I don't know, just life, just everything and above. That's all it is. Because that's what I like doing, living. I think. So how do you keep taking photos of that? How do you find balance everywhere? Or maybe not. That's the thing. I'm not looking. It's just they just appear to me. You gotta be very observant. So I don't know. I remember seeing when it felt like street photography was like oh my god, everyone's doing it. And then you get people also wanting to get into photography, specifically street photography, and they would go in like New York City or whatever, wherever there's a lot of people, and just take photos. And to them, it felt like just a checklist. Like, all right, I gotta get one photo of a dude in a trench coat with like the smoke coming out of the manhole. Gotta get that minimalist black and white with the shadows. Gotta get the photo of the random person walking. Gotta get the photo of the homeless person. You have to get that one. That's like top of the checklist. Like it's like what is that? I don't know. No one's like imitating. You don't like imitate the Mona Lisa. I'm sure people have. But like what do you get after you do something like that? Prove you can imitate someone else's work? Like, is that self-fulfillment? Maybe it is for them. I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe it is self-fulfillment for them. I don't know. But it's not for me. Why am I gonna copy someone else's work? For what? I can just look at their work and be like, yeah, I don't like that. Or I do like that, and that's it. Someone else got the photo before me. That's fine. I'm not missing out on anything. There's thousands of photos to be taken of. I missed a moment. Oh well. Another one's coming. Like, it doesn't... Whatever. Like, I went to Daytona. I have that video of Daytona. And I realized... I took a lot of photos. I took nearly 2,000 photos. I would have taken more, but I started realizing I'm like, I don't need this many photos of all these cars. I love cars. The cars are cool. They're all old sports cars, like racing sports cars. And I love hearing them go by, but do I need 80 photos of this one car? You know? Do I need 80 photos of this other car? Like, what changes in the photo? The car, nothing else. So do I really need that? No. Unless I'm being paid by them and they're like, hey, we need 80 photos of this, then yeah, I'll do it. But for myself, why do I need that? You know, especially, like, what... When I take photos of them, I'm thinking, what is different? What can I take differently? You know, I don't want to show you an angle someone's already done. I don't want to show you a photo someone's already done. Why? It's a waste. And then why would you follow me for that? Why don't you just follow the guy that's, you know, been doing it for years? And, you know, he does that style. Because I'm sure there's always that one guy that started all, you know, did that, whatever. Style could be street, could be automotive, could be landscape, whatever. Like, I think of Ansel Adams, like, he probably just took those photos and people were like, wow, these are incredible photos. He's taking really good photos, but like, I don't know. They're just controversial point, but like, I think they're just photos of landscapes, and the landscapes are beautiful, and it's hard to mess up. And I'm sure there's probably photos of his I haven't seen. I don't really care that much. I don't look into artists that deep, because then I start realizing like, oh, I just want to copy their style, and what good does that do to me? Because then I start valuing my own work on whether I can copy their style or not, and not develop my own style. So then what the hell? What am I gaining, you know? Do I gain anything from that? No. So I'd rather just do my own thing and let... What I've been doing recently is just taking photos and, you know, show my friends, like, what do you think? And they're like, oh, it's cool, I really like that. And that's all I need. Or, especially in my writing, I used to write poems, or I would just write to write. And I didn't know what the fuck I was writing about. And it wasn't until I showed someone, they're like, oh, I like how you said blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, shit, that's what I was... I mean, I have a general idea of, like, I have a general topic, but, you know, some things I just kind of free flow. But I think that's the art I like. It's just up to your own interpretation. And I think that's what you need to do with your own art. I don't think this just applies to photography, but keep making what you want to make. Keep taking shitty photos. Or just don't take it too seriously, because that's when... I think when you're most relaxed, that's when you're, you know... When you take your best photo, when you create your best body of text. You create your best art. It's just when you kind of let go and just create just to create, not to impress or not to show off. You know, let people be the judge. Let people interpret, because I don't think you should understand your own work. I think you should create something and be like, I don't know what that was. I feel content about it. I feel like I didn't miss anything I wanted to miss, and that's it. That's it. It doesn't have to be anything more than that. Because really, I mean, why strive for perfection? Because I think even the most perfect artworks, I'm sure the artists were like, damn, that fucking sucked. But then later someone else is like, this is incredible. This is a 10 out of 10. And I'm like, this photo sucks. But other people are going to be like, this is an amazing photo. And who cares? One thing I've realized is I don't know if I care too much or care too little. But again, you got to find that balance. Because really, who are you benefiting?